Hey everybody and welcome back. So I am back today to teach you guys all about disco. So what is disco? Disco is a beat-driven style of popular music that was the form of dance music in the 1970s, and its name was derived from the word discotheque, which was the name of a dance-oriented nightclub that first appeared in the 1960s. Alrighty, so disco was actually first ignored by all the radio stations. So you know how we have all of our popular music today that plays on the radio stations whenever you get in the car with your parents, you turn it on, or maybe if you're at home. Disco was not that. So nobody was really that much of a fan of disco that they wanted to put it on the radio. So actually where disco started is it was given its first chance in underground nightclubs that catered to African American men, gay men, and Latino men. So that's where disco got its first shot. And DJs were the most creative force for disco, and they helped to establish hit songs and encourage a focus on singles. So let's go back to today's music. So you know the difference between an album and a single. So a single is one song, an EP is a few songs, and then an album is a whole bunch of songs. So DJs were most famous for making singles, which was one song. So the first disco hit was Gloria Gaynor's Never Can Say Goodbye, and this was one of the first records specifically mixed for club play. So a club is kind of where, you dance a lot. So it was specifically made for people to dance to. As disco evolved into a genre in the United States, its range of influences came from Motown, funk, Philadelphia soft soul, and salsa, which is a very unique set of inspirations. So the lyrics of disco songs promoted party culture, so people wanted to dance and party to this music. Disco moved beyond clubs and onto the radio into the 1970s, so they finally made it. The key to the commercial success of disco was a bunch of independent labels that would sign artists such as TK in Miami and Casablanca in Los Angeles. And some popular disco artists of the time include the Village People. You may remember them for the YMCA, KC and the Sunshine Band for Boogie Shoes, the Bee Gees for Staying Alive, Donna Summer for Love to Love You Baby, Kool and the Gang for Get Down on It, and Earth, Wind & Fire for September. So now I'm going to show you guys a clip of the famous film that was played during the time of disco, and it was called Saturday Night Fever. Ask your parents about this. I definitely feel like they'll flip out the fact that I'm showing you guys this. They'll be so excited. So Saturday Night Fever featured John Travolta, if you remember John Travolta from Grease. In this clip, he actually dances to the Bee Gees hit, You Should Be Dancing, and I want you guys to pay the most attention to how he's dancing. This is probably the only musical genre that has a specific way that people actually danced to this. Like, there was no one back in the day dancing a disco like this, or this. No, it was a full-on party. So I want you guys to pay attention to how he's dancing, maybe how everybody is dressed, how everyone's cheering him on, and what the music sound like. So I'm going to cue to that now, and I will see you guys next time for the next lesson. Bye!
Don't forget this.
Look out, give the kid some room. He's taking over again.
Right.
All right,